I think a lot of people automatically assume if you are staying in a hotel for a whole month or more, it's automatically means luxury travel or it's going to be super expensive. Before this trip, I thought living in hotels or staying in hotels full-time for a month will be super expensive and it's probably beyond my budget. But this trip showed me otherwise. And what makes a huge difference in your stay is if you have statuses with these hotel chains, you can access free breakfast, you can access club lounge where they serve you breakfast and refreshments and dinner, almost dinner, like hors d'oeuvres that can turn into dinner, free drinks, alcohol, snacks throughout the day, anytime you want. And so that kind of eliminated the whole need for having your own kitchen. If you think about it, you're really eating out maybe lunch for the day if the hotel provides breakfast and dinner if you choose to eat there. And you would save a lot more money in eating out if you were eating out once a day instead of 3 times a day at the Airbnb. And that really equals out the cost of the hotel. And instead of paying cash, you could use points, which is the route I went. Before I went on this trip, I learned from other creators and other travelers that there is really clear 2 hotel brands you want to stick with, and that was IHG and Hyatt. And so I got points with both IHG and Hyatt chains before I left the US. If you use hotel points to book the stay rather than using cash rate, you're going to save anywhere from 30 to 60% of the cash rate price. So that is a huge savings when you're on the budget and you want stress-free travel and you want the conveniences of having a hotel in Southeast Asia. It's always going to be super clean. The breakfast is going to be most of the time amazing. It is a lot better than what you would experience in the US. I mean, when I went to US Hyatt or any of the smaller IHG chains, breakfast is like a joke, right? But not in Southeast Asia. So, you can really have a much better experience from even smaller chains like Hyatt Place, Hyatt House. Hyatt Houses have their own kitchens and, dishwasher and living room, and some of these suites in IHG like Holiday Inn Express and Suites, they have suites. It's kind of like having an apartment at a hotel. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through the cost and how the points price breaks down. So this is a 28-night stay in Thailand, and we stayed at 4 different hotels. Some hotels we stayed only a few nights, some hotels we stayed over 2 weeks, and it is mostly in Bangkok, but there is some that are outside of Bangkok as well. And so I'm going to walk you through how much it costs at each hotel. So the first hotel we stayed at, it was 4-night. It was the Holiday Inn Bangkok Sukhumvit. The thing I liked about this is it's super central in central Bangkok and very close to Terminal 21, which is a popular mall in Bangkok, and they have amazing food court. And so they would have a shuttle or tuk-tuk that would take you from the hotel to Terminal 21, and so you can get to the mall if you would like to, but it's also very close to metro stations. They will take you to the BTS stations, and so it's very convenient in central Bangkok. I do have to preface that these hotels are not luxury. This is not for luxury travelers. This is for budget travelers who are looking to stretch their money, looking to stretch their hotel points for slow travelers. So these are on probably like a lower end, more affordable places on the IHG hotel chain. All of them are Holiday Inn chains. Just remember that Holiday Inn chains, IHG chains and Holiday Inn Express, for example, in Thailand and Bangkok is much better than the Holiday Inn Express or Holiday Inn you're used to in the US. That one was about 8,000 IHG points per night on average. Holiday Inn Express Bangkok Sukhumvit, we stayed there 4 nights, and it cost on average 8,000 IHG points per night for 4 nights. So if you convert that to cash, that's $40 a night. That's how much those points cost. You can buy IHG points at 50 cents per point. That's about the price of IHG point goes for. And several times a year, they would have these 100% bonus point sale. Right now, there's one going on until June 6th. You can go to ihg.com and buy hotel points up to, usually there's 2,000 cap per year per person. Right now, I got an offer for 300,000 points, plus I'll get another 300,000 points bonus when I buy it. So I will get 600,000 points for $3,000. So that's what it breaks down to. And so the first 4 nights, it cost 32,000 IHG points. And then the next 8 nights, we actually went out of Bangkok. And this one was in Holiday Inn Express Rayong. And that was one of the cheapest hotels we stayed at during this month. And we stayed there for 8 nights. And that was 33,000 IHG points altogether. So for 8 nights, divide by 8 nights. So on average, that was about 4,100 IHG points per night. If you convert that to cash, it's going to be a little under $21 per night. I mean, $21 per night staying at a nice hotel with pool, with gym, breakfast included. You have free Wi-Fi, and it's pretty decent if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to stretch your IHG points or your travel budget. And then the next hotel was our favorite. This was also in Bangkok, very centrally located. It is the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Bangkok Central Pier. As the name says, it's closer to Central Pier. There is a BTS station, there's a boat station. So you walk probably within 5-7 minutes, you can get to the BTS, you can get to the boat station. You can take the boat to Icon Siam Mall. Even if you're not a mall person, this mall will convert you into a mall person. It definitely did me. I'm not a really mall person in the US, but when I went to Icon Siam, I was sold. I was like, okay, I think I'm a mall person now. At least in Thailand, I'm a mall person. So anyway, that was probably our favorite hotel of all these 4 that we stayed during this month. And we stayed there for 12 nights. And it cost us 94,000 IHG points for 12 nights. So that is 7,800 IHG points per night. If you convert that to cash, that is about $39 per night to stay at this amazing hotel. Their breakfast was very good, and we absolutely loved the location. Now, the last one we stayed at, I was not a big fan of, and I'll tell you why. We stayed there for only 4 nights, and if I could, I would have canceled and left there sooner. This one was the Holiday Inn Bangkok Soi Sunjabai. This is very close to the hospital district, and so you get a lot of medical tourists and people who are getting treatment or getting treated or seen at these hospitals nearby. And we didn't have the problem with the location. Breakfast was okay. They didn't have a pool at this one. I was aware of that before I booked. And the thing I didn't make it on my repeat list was it felt so moldy and run down. The rooms smelled moldy. The bathroom smelled moldy. You couldn't really see mold, but I can smell it. And also I don't know if they were trying to cover the mold smell. They would spray air freshener, those room fresheners everywhere. They had it diffusing in the lobby. They had it diffusing at the breakfast bar. They had it diffusing in the rooms. Spray when housekeeper would come, they would spray it every time. So we had to ask them, please don't spray the air spray room freshener because we're allergic to it. And we are. My husband has some respiratory problems, and so we usually can't handle very strong fragrance and things like that. And this was absolutely worse. And so I don't know if they were trying to cover the mold or what. It just seems like the hotel was a little run down. And so for that reason, it is not going to make it for our repeat list in Bangkok. And as far as cost, this hotel cost us 29,000 IHG points for 4 nights. So that's about 7,200 IHG points per night, or a little over $36 a night. And I personally think there's a lot better choices in Bangkok. Bangkok has tons of choices for IHG Hotel and Hyatts, and I would not book this again, and I don't recommend it, but I definitely would recommend the other 3 hotels I mentioned in this video. Like I said, my favorite was the Holiday Inn Express and Suites Bangkok Central Pier. Altogether, for the whole month of staying in hotels in Thailand, we spent 188,000 IHG points. So that is converted to cash, that's about $940 US, and that includes most these days, if not all of them. I think everybody except the Sukhumvit 11 Bangkok one was included breakfast. So breakfast was included. Many of them had pools and nice facilities and things like that. So altogether, under $1,000 for a whole month to live in hotels in Thailand was absolutely shocking. And it just gave me a new perspective of, I don't have to just stick to Airbnbs when I'm traveling through, especially more affordable countries like Southeast Asia, where eating out is not much different compared to cooking at home, getting groceries and cooking and cleaning it yourself. It's almost cheaper or equal as if you were just eating out your meals. So having a kitchen really didn't seem like an advantage. The other thing is laundry is very doable. A lot of these hotels have coin laundry or free laundry, and we had no problem doing our laundry for the whole month. Yeah, it was a lot less stressful, and we just found, as we get older, we're not trying to backpack through Bangkok, we're not trying to backpack through Southeast Asia. We do want certain amounts of comfort while traveling on a budget. So if you are also traveling on a budget and looking to stretch your money in Southeast Asia, you might want to stay in hotels. You might get much better value and better comfort and convenience and less stress and nicer facilities and amenities for the price you're willing to pay for. And it makes staying or living in hotels, very viable option if you're traveling through Southeast Asia, especially if you're on a budget that is, you can pay for your whole living costs under $1,000 a month. And for two people, that's pretty amazing. I'll probably make another video about my experiences with Hyatt chain stays as well. But in this video, I just wanted to cover my whole stay for this month where I stayed in IHG chains. Oh, one more thing. If you have the IHG Premier card, business or personal card, you can, when you book on points, you can get 4 nights free. So if you book like 4 nights, like we did a lot of these stays, first 3 nights would have a regular, point evaluations, and then the 4th night is usually 0. That's how these are calculated. So that is a great way. That's like 25% saving by just having that card, and the card costs, I think, $99 a year, and it comes with a sign-up bonus. Right now, it's 185,000 IHG points. So literally, you sign up for the IHG card, you get 185,000 IHG points. This whole month in Thailand cost me only 188,000. So you can literally pay $99 to get this card, earn the sign-up bonus, and use it to spend a whole month in Thailand or any other country that has hotel chains like this, high-volume hotel chains like this. Stay pretty much a whole month for free if you want to. It makes it really a big difference. It's mind-boggling how you can make this happen. So if you're an older traveler but on a budget and wanting to stretch your money or your hotel points to go farther, definitely consider signing up for the IHG card. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Drop your questions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.